Seigneury of Sault St. and its negotiation and the attached protocol, which gets Canada and us to the table, has been, I'll call it, on the shelf and or abeyance for the better part of 7 to 8 years. There's been wordsmithing for, again, lack of a better term, going back and forth between Canada and Kahnawake over the course of the last 6 years plus, and we felt that we had taken it as far as we could all the way back to 2015, hitting roadblocks along the way with the chief federal negotiator, and we didn't walk away from the table, nor did Canada. We just put it on pause, as I said. Last year we asked for a special ministerial representative to be appointed by Cabinet through the Indian Affairs Minister, which is Mark Miller. He granted that. Her name is Deborah Corber. She has good knowledge of Kahnawake, of Seigneury of Sault St. Louis, and all of the issues that surround it, as she had been part of not that file, but KCR in its former life as CKR, meaning Canada-Kahnawake Relations, now the present Kahnawake-Canada Relations. She was part of that file in the late 90s into 2000s or so. So we're pleased with that. Now that we've had several meetings over the course of the last year or so, we're getting very close to having what I would call a renewed mandate from not only the federal government but internally as well, to take a look at some of the problems that we faced in the past. So not to repeat history and to maybe take it to the next step, meaning at the negotiation table with a renewed mandate from Canada, with a new person, which may or may not be Ms. Corber as we move forward. But I'll say getting over those hurdles was a big part of what happened in the last year and was the problem leading all the way back from 2015 till 2021 or so. So that's the reason why there hasn't been that much movement and or much in terms of information going to the community, and we're restarting, if you will. We're calling it a re-education in the community. Some of the information will be shared this coming Thursday when myself, Roseanne Morris, and possibly other members of the team will be on K103 for the full noon hour talk show, leading up to some kiosks to engage with the community on. There are going to be videos for people to take a look at. There's going to be pamphlets and information, some old, some new, and some to be still, I'll say, published to be moving forward into the community, leading all up to the public meeting in early May. So from there on, we're going to be moving into what we call the old mill site education, and that's along the Turtle River in Delson. We've had meetings with the mayor of Delson as the préfet of the MRC, meaning he's the mayor of the mayors of the 11 municipalities within the MRC Ratsénhaienhs. And what we're going to tell the community, as we have in the past, is that that parcel of land, a little over an acre, is formally known in the past and continued to be known as Kahnawake proper. There were, I'll call it, taxes paid in the past to Kahnawake by the family that occupied it way back when. The municipality has started to use it, and we're going to, again, ensure that our footprint is acknowledged. More to come in terms of the old mill site education and information and then launch. And again, back to Seigneury, just to ensure that community as well as Mohawk Council is on the same page with all of the historic information, the, I'll say, current information that I just shared with the community as terms of how long it's taken to get back and what our direction is in moving forward in reacquisition of land once Canada is agreeable to set the table again in terms of negotiation. Given that it's well over 300 years old, we've heard criticisms in the community that why is it taking so long? I'm the only negotiator back in my former stint on council as the Grand Chief, as the lead negotiator on behalf of the community. And as I said, we've hit many roadblocks, stumbling blocks, things that are outside of the authority, jurisdiction, and purview of the Mohawk Council of Kahnawake that we can't negotiate in good faith or away. In terms of Aboriginal rights and title, those are not on the table. What we're talking about is seigneurial rights on this historic land grievance, what Canada considers a land claim. We're going to ensure that the community is engaged at all levels during pre-negotiation as we are now, into negotiation as we were in the past, and you will be consulted to know that this is the direction Kahnawake is taking, not solely the Mohawk Council of Kahnawake. So again, stay tuned, more information to come. There will be a kiosks coming up in the next several weeks that you can come and engage with me, and more information will be shared, including renewed maps and some of the old pamphlets with historic information leading up to the community meeting in early May. So if there are questions, you can reach out to me. We have valuable resources here in Roseanne Morris and Winona Polson Lahash and others who contribute to the team, and we're excited. I launched this at the table this past week, and the council is very excited. People have been anxiously anticipating the reintegration of Seigneury into our work plan, and it's coming, I'm glad to say today.